The daughter of prima ballerina Lisa Macuja Elizalde has also chosen to be just like her. At 15, she's now working her way up to becoming one of the renowned ballerinas of her generation. Please welcome Missy Macuja Elizalde. Good morning, Missy, and welcome to Daybreak.
Hi, good morning.
You're very pretty,
You're
and
very,
you really
very
are a
pretty.
splitting image of your mom. I have to say, growing up watching her, I'm just going to go straight to the point. There must be some tremendous pressure on you being the daughter of the prima ballerina.
Of course, but it's really mostly me putting on that pressure. My mom really does not put on any pressure at all. She even tries to take it off most of the time, but then, you know, I'm there making, you know, like, I always push myself so much. She's just like, Missy, just ease up, it's okay, you don't have to. And I'm like, no, I do, you know, I'm your daughter. And she's just like, well, it's okay, you know, you don't have to. So, yeah.
What were your earliest memories of your mom dancing? And did you instantly like ballet?
Well, I mean, I grew up with it, and I do remember watching like most of my mom's shows, especially when she was performing. And a lot of the time, me and my brother would fall asleep, you know, fall asleep in the chairs. We'd always, you know, like trying to like cuddle up against each other and everything like that. But my earliest memories of her probably would be in the theater. And so now whenever we do a classical ballet that I remember from when I was a kid, I always think, oh yeah, I remember this part, I remember this part. I don't remember anything else, especially towards the end because I'm already sleeping, right? But that's when I was like maybe 5, 6. By the time I was 8, maybe I was already watching it and actually paying attention to it.
So you're 15 years old, right?
Yeah.
So you must have rigorous training, very disciplined lifestyle to be able to do what you do.
Yeah, I guess, but in the beginning it was really fast, and I had to try and fit as much training and as much ballet as I could in the year before, especially before Nutcracker, because by then I had to dance Little Masha, which I was really not ready for, and actually looking back on the tape, I did not like it. I was like, oh my god! So the training, it's rigorous, but you really have to pace yourself, because if you don't, then you end up injuring yourself, or you end up not doing a step right, and you're not paying attention to certain things. Ballet is just really complicated.
And you had injuries because of that.
Yeah, I've had a lot.
And you had a fracture, you said?
Yeah, I had a fracture in my left ankle when I was 13 or 14, I think. But it wasn't a ballet injury. I was actually running around
that's
in the
ironic.
garden, which is embarrassing. But you know, when people saw me with a cast, they assumed it was from ballet, but no, it wasn't.
How do you deal with, you know, you're 15 years old and it's a serious thing that you're doing. You love it. It's your craft. It's your art. Do you feel like you missed out maybe on the fun part of being young?
Just going out,
Yeah.
being with friends.
Not really, actually, because I mean, when you're in a theater with all your friends for like, you know, 12 hours every day, you know, you have fun, especially between shows. You know, we sometimes we just can't stop laughing. But I mean, I really do try to hang out with my friends at school also, and you know, they always complain nga eh. They're always like, why don't you come and hang out with us this time? And I'm like, hey, I have ballet. And they're like, oh, like, you can just skip it once. And I'm like, no, I can't. So, but I still try to try and keep up both sides of my life, the social part and the ballet part. Right?
What did your mom tell you about ballet? Because we've seen the movie and how difficult the life is like, and you have to do things on your own. You have to learn how to put on makeup on your own. What are the reminders that she tells you about the ballet life?
Well, she always says, mahirap talagang ballet, Missy, ha? So, especially when I come home and I'm like, oh, I'm so sore, we did this yesterday. She's like, yeah, it's really like that. She just like makes fun of me like that, of course. And I know it's really difficult. In the beginning, I mean, I would watch people and I'd be like, nah, I can do that. And now I'm like, I really could not if I tried. So until now, I'm kind of like that. I'm like, I wish I could do that, but I can't. So, yeah.
Was there, excuse me, my throat's really hard on me this morning, but was there ever a time when you felt like, this is too hard, I can't ever get to where my mom got?
Well, of course, yeah, there was, but I never gave up. Whenever I thought, oh, this is so difficult, I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to reach the standards of my mom, you know, like, I would just keep going, and I would just try even harder, and sometimes that would result in me pushing too hard, and you know, I would come home crying, or I would, you know, injure my ankle again or something like that.
Now, will you be following your mom's footsteps? Would you like be studying abroad, or would you veer away a little from it? What are your plans?
Studying abroad in Russia, I'm probably not going to do because I'm really terrified of that. And that I know from her stories how hard the Russian lifestyle is. So I was just thinking maybe going to the States or something like that. But I mean, I'm still a sophomore in high school, so I have a lot of time to think about it. And I know I should really start thinking about it. And I have, but studying abroad is something, I don't know, it's always seemed so otherworldly to me. And it's really confusing right now, you know, you don't know what to pick.
Well, apart from ballet, what other talents do you have, or what other hobbies that you have that we don't know of yet?
Gosh. I wouldn't say I have a talent in other things, but I do try to. I'm a really artsy person, I guess. I really like acting and visual arts as well. Like I take those courses at my school and everything like that, and I really like them and everything. But besides anything, you know, like artsy, it's the only way I can describe it. I'm really not good at much.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure. Where else will we be able to watch you? And what are the other productions that you're working on right now?
Well, right now we're working for our Christmas shows of Tatlo Pang Kwento ni Lola Basyang, which we did earlier this year. I think August. August. And we're gonna start. We're opening this Saturday actually at 7:30 shows from the 21st to the 23rd, and then on the 25th there's going to be 3 shows. And then the 26th to the 30th, there's going to be a show every day again. And on New Year's Day, there's going to be 2.
Okay, and that's where you're going to be a narrator there.
Yeah, yes.
In Filipino.
In Filipino.
In Tagalog.
In Tagalog. But Missy, here's a little something for you and your mom. Let's watch this. We prepared this for you.
How does that make you feel watching that?
That was so embarrassing for me. I remember watching the video again when we had to do it in Macau last June, and then I was studying my old part, and I was just, oh my god, I was put on stage like that. I mean, I wasn't turning out, I wasn't pointing my toes, and my shorts were very tight, a bit too tight.
Well. But you were skilled. I mean, we couldn't, not in 20 years, ever even put up anywhere close to what you pulled over there.
Oh my god. The Swan Lake music was a good touch, though,
Well, how does it feel working or dancing with your mom?
Well, it wouldn't. People usually assume that I'm like this, like it's really difficult, and it's I don't know, I try a bit too hard or something like that. But I mean, most of the time it's really fun. Like sometimes we can just like scream at each other in the studio or in the theater, and I'm just like, Ma, no rehearsing class, or just stuff like that. So working with her is really fun because of our weird relationship like that. But yeah.
Well, it's always, I always love looking at mothers and daughters when they share moments together. Oh, that alone already warms the heart. So heartwarming. And thank you so much for being with us this morning. You're a joy to be with. You're so pretty, and we look forward to your future performances as a prima ballerina.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us again, Miss Missy Macuja Elizalde.